Okay, quick heads up for anyone who wrestles with long interviews or multi-person footage. If you've ever used Premiere Pro's speaker detection for captions, you know the idea is pretty cool. It tries to figure out who's talking and label them automatically. But honestly, that entire workflow can feel clunky and super slow. This is especially true when you've got a bunch of people, tight deadlines, and zero patience left in the tank. Let me tell you about a much smoother way I've been using to handle this mess. It's a tool called Vizard, but I'm not going to hard sell it today. I'll just walk you through how it actually feels when you're editing for real under pressure. So picture this scenario. You've got a massive 90-minute panel or a long-form podcast interview with 3 or 4 different speakers. In older setups, you'd have to manually transcribe the whole thing first. Then you'd scrub through endless timestamps, chopping up segments by hand. You'd try to guess which potential clip might actually trend online. Finally, you'd export and schedule each tiny piece individually. That whole process can easily eat up an entire afternoon, no joke. Now with Vizard, you simply upload that single long file. You click the transcribe and split option immediately. The tool sensibly asks one important question first. Do you have consent from everyone in this audio? Because yes, privacy and permissions absolutely matter in today's content world. That small initial step saves you from major headaches later on down the line. It prevents issues if someone later requests their voice be removed from a clip. Once you confirm those permissions, Vizard's AI gets straight to transcribing the audio. Crucially, it detects all the speaker turns as it goes. It doesn't just dump captions onto one long timeline for you. Instead, it groups the content by who is speaking during that moment. This highlights moments where a guest gets excited or where someone drops a really hot take. These highlighted segments become distinct, ready-to-use clips. That feature is super handy for documentary-style projects or multi-person shows. It lets you easily create shareable bites for each unique personality on screen. And here's the part that honestly feels a bit like cheating the system. Vizard automatically picks the most engaging slices from that entire conversation. We all know that not every laugh or filler word is a viral moment. The tool intelligently analyzes pacing, sentiment, and emphasis throughout the audio. It then suggests short clips that are already perfectly trimmed and captioned. So instead of me sitting here with a digital razor tool for hours on end, I'm reviewing a curated playlist of options that are already 80% ready to post online. Now, like with any artificial intelligence, it won't be 100% perfect every single time. Sometimes it might tag a speaker slightly wrong. This can happen if 2 people have very similar tones, or if there's a little bit of talking over one another. But Vizard makes correcting these little mistakes ridiculously simple and fast. You can just click the speaker label right there in the interface and edit it instantly. You can rename Speaker 3 to Alex, Baix, or whoever it actually is. You can merge 2 small segments under one person's name, or you can even split one longer clip into smaller chunks if you want different angles covered. The whole interface is incredibly intuitive for these quick adjustments. Click the name, select Edit, type the new label, and bam, instant clarity for your content library. Let's compare that to Premiere Pro's native speaker labeling feature. Yes, Premiere can detect and label different voices during transcription, but the workflow for managing that is often buried deep in menus. Batch managing dozens of these labeled clips becomes a genuine pain point. Descript also offers similar speaker detection, which is powerful for text-based editing. However, Descript can get quite expensive if you rely heavily on exports and scheduling. Mobile editors like CapCut are great for super quick, one-off edits on the go, but they usually lack reliable speaker grouping and robust scheduling tools entirely. In short, many tools do one specific thing well, but leave other parts of the publishing chain feeling neglected. Which brings us to the crucial part creators often skip over: distribution. Finding those viral bits is only half of the battle, you see. Consistent scheduling and posting frequency is where many creators actually lose their momentum. Vizard's dedicated auto-schedule feature completely changes that dynamic for the better. You just set your preferred posting frequency, like a post 3 clips a week, and choose your platforms. Vizard then automatically queues up those best clips across your calendar. This eliminates the need to pick a clip, export it, upload it manually, set a time, and repeat. It's hands-off, but you can still jump in to reorder or swap a clip if you feel the vibe needs a shift that week. And because organization is key when you're running a content machine, Vizard includes a content calendar that's actually useful. This is not just some static image of dates on a wall. You can clearly see which clips are scheduled, which are still drafts, and which platforms they are targeting. You can effortlessly drag and drop items right on the calendar to reschedule them. Want to push a really hot clip from Tuesday over to Thursday because analytics show your audience peaks later? You just drag it, drop it, and consider it done. This is exactly the kind of streamlined efficiency that freelance editors and busy creators truly love. It keeps everything tidy and predictable without ever stepping on your creative impulses. Let me be completely honest with you for a moment. Some creators prefer patching together a dozen separate tools for their work. That might mean a pro editor, separate scheduling app, and another cloud service just for captions. That Frankenstein method can work, but it's often messy and usually ends up costing more money. Tools like Descript are amazing for text editing, but they often lack Vizard's built-in calendar and scheduling power. Manual setups inherently lead to inconsistent posting, which absolutely kills algorithmic momentum. Vizard's true advantage is bundling that entire flow into one smooth operation. It finds the viral moments, lets you polish them, schedules them, and manages them all from a single dashboard. Here is a practical example of how this plays out for me. I uploaded a single 1-hour interview file to the platform. Vizard instantly surfaced 10 short clips it flagged as high potential for sharing. These included punchy takes, a quick life hack, and a very funny story with great cadence for reels. I reviewed the suggestions, quickly corrected 2 speaker names that were initially merged, and then queued 5 clips. These 5 clips are set to post steadily over the next 2 weeks. The AI captions were clean. The subtitles looked native and completely readable. This consistent posting cadence kept the overall show's presence alive between long-form drops. The result was 0 creator burnout and no more last-minute content scrambles. You will also really appreciate the ability to tweak exactly what the AI thinks is viral content. If you prefer more educational clips over quick jokes, you can simply toggle that preference. If your audience responds better to the host than the guests, you can just bump up the weight for the host segments. This level of customization means you are guiding the strategy, not just handing it all over to the algorithm. Now, for a couple of important gotchas to be aware of. Automated editing is lightning fast, but it's not a substitute for deep narrative crafting in every complex case. If you are producing cinematic trailers or intricate documentary cuts, you will still need that Final Pro editor polish. Also, speaker detection can struggle with really noisy recordings or heavy crosstalk. In those tricky spots, the tool helpfully flags the uncertain segments for your review. That flagging is actually a huge benefit because it points out where human judgment is genuinely required. All in all, for any creator who needs to turn long videos into consistent, shareable short clips, Vizard truly hits a sweet spot. It saves massive time on the necessary grunt work: transcription, initial clip selection, and scheduling. It lets you focus on what matters while keeping full creative control. It's way faster than digging through timelines in traditional NLE software. It's much friendlier for batch workflows than piecing together multiple single-purpose apps. If you are curious, try this simple workflow. Upload the video, confirm consent, run the split flow. Then glance through the AI suggestions, rename speakers, tweak the best clips, set your frequency, and let the scheduler take over. Spend that saved time brainstorming new content ideas instead of doing tedious admin tasks. The bottom line is this: Premiere, Descript, and others have strengths, but they often force a trade-off between speed and control. Vizard leans hard into automation without removing your creative voice. It surfaces the good stuff faster, helps you manage it all, and gets it published on a steady, reliable schedule. If you want a workflow that is practical, repeatable, and built for making more content, not just editing it, this is definitely worth a test run.